Something.
Are changeable, adaptable. Genes can be changed. Sip, sip, sip. The DNA is
wake up, it's cold, and you turn the heater up a little bit. Get back in bed and try to go to sleep, and then you get this.
Can't even put it in the damn thing.
Yes, it's much better than a fire in the corner.
I gotta move bushes around. I got to move all this bullshit around. Name's Madeline Manson, and I do dark stuff. I don't know. Now, comrades, we can all be first together. You're not Stefan. Imposter! That's what you are. You're a damn imposter. I still need to adjust on some shit. Get this. Cool. Now I got a little device to surround this little ashtray. Cool. That works out. That works. I apparently have one more mug of cream left, so cheers on that one. Tim Pool and Jack Dorsey are on Joe Rogan today. It was fucking legendary. I tried to catch a train pulling out of a station near San Luis all over. Here goes. Here? Wait, what? Like trying to catch a train pulling out of a station you were saying it was over and going off as I'm typing. I'm here and I'm here. Oh. Oh, what? As I was like leaving? Like I left the stream and then you showed up last second? Damn, is that what happened? Damn, son. I just had no shame. I had no time to wait. No last minute. Yeah. Oh, what am I grabbing? Oh. My torch and my light. You're the fire in my life. If I can light it. Boom. The matrix has blended. Yum, yum, yum. So, what's been going on? Is this Chizats tonight? Or is it going to be another one where YouTube just puts one of you in here and that's it? Because last night was just a stream between me and Stefan the entire time, basically, so it was just like, it was pleasant, peaceful. So, they didn't really smoke too much or drink that much of my cream. Like, I had leftovers. So, I'm just like, shit. Alright. This is just looking too amazing right now.
human behavior that is, you know, acceptable. You see the patterns that he or she is. But see, the technocrats say that in the future they would like to see a more economic man, or a more economic person, or what an economic man makes logical
Sorry, it's not anymore as well.
that they cost against benefits and maximize.
It's okay, dude. It's all good. It's just memeing.
So as you go from being
I don't care.
individual, a person with problems, to a person who is
I'm just too lazy to change it to black and white, and plus my thumbnail wasn't black and white, so fuck it.
Alright, 2 games in a row. Sure.
Dope. Not getting paired with good players, so you're probably gonna have them, you know, come on back off and on. That's what I noticed. Whenever I start getting good, I get paired with the same players, usually on the same team. Like with War Thunder, it's kind of the same way. Like I'll play it usually like at night after I do these sometimes, and I get paired with random players from like China and Europe and shit.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it is cool, but like sometimes it just gets so ridiculous because they're, you know, I don't know if they just spend more time with it or they just have better internet or something or what, but they just, you know, sometimes I'll just get paired with them, and if they're not on my team, then it's just like, wow. Like, it's always a random thing. Like, sometimes they'll either, like, straight up, like, be just utter shit and just not do anything. You know, like, there's 2 different, like, game modes, at least for naval combat, because there's 3 different. There's, like, ground, air, and naval. I usually just do naval now, because it's our newest thing, and it's cool. And, like, for that, there's 2 basic game modes. One of them is you capture 2 points, and then you have an option to capture a 3rd point to instantly win the game. And then there's one where it's just you capture 3 points and you just have to hold them. And that's about it. And, you know, and sometimes my team just doesn't do jack shit on actually trying to win the game and thinking, I'll just kill the enemy team, that'll work. Even though that's good. But it just is like, that doesn't actually help win the damn game. Like, it's just like they can... Like, if you kill, like, one of their little light ships, then they're going to come back with, like, some, super anti-aircraft ferry or some shit. With, like, 5 twin 20mm guns on it, and they just destroy everything in sight. It's like yeah, that works. It's just like, oh, boy. And then sometimes I'll get paired with those type of players, like, because... There's only one faction that has, like, these AAA ferries. It's the Germans, and they're absolutely insane. Because of those, like, 20 mils. They're, like, all 4 of those would just be, like, whoa, launched at you, and it's like, oh my god, brace for impact, and... Yeah, like, sometimes they won't, like, destroy you instantly, but they'll damage basically everything on your surface, so, like, your guns, like, your crew will get fucked, like, you have fires, you'd have to deal with, like, everything. And you'd be so occupied dealing with that shit, and your guns are practically inoperable that you're sitting duck for other teams, and then they get the assist, and some other teammate of theirs gets the kill. It's just like, those things are just beasts. And I'm trying to get one myself so I can be a beast. You know, it's just like, I want one. They just like... And I hate how only one faction has them because it overpowers it so much. Like, if one team has, like, half of the enemy team being the Germans, and they have those ferries, then like half of the team are fucking anti-aircraft ferries with those 20 mils, and they will just destroy everything, including aircraft and ships, anything. And then there's the one that's heavy, which has 4 8mm flat cannons, and those ones are just even more insane because while they don't have like the unshearing force of just like a wall of 20 mils at you, though they're pretty powerful guns, and on a light ship that'll just blow you up instantly. It's just like, oh my god, like, there's no stopping them. You have to have, like, an aircraft or just big enough guns yourself, or a good variety of, like, light guns and heavy guns directed right at it, you know, to do anything. It's absurd. The only time I've ever killed one of those ferries is with aircraft, and they happen to be occupied doing the ship instead of focusing on me. It's just like, they are just... That's the only time you can get them is if they're distracted. Only time. Like, there's so much, like, teamwork that has to be involved, is sometimes the team just doesn't do that, and it sucks. Like, I'll have to, like, literally drag the team up, and I'll be capturing points, you know, actually eliminating a lot of the enemy, capturing points and stuff, and, you know, trying to do the game, and then everyone else is like, you know, just doing their own thing, I don't know what. just like, oh my god, I just have to sit here and be like, oh my lord, do I have like a team full of Down syndrome patients or something? Like, what are they doing? Then sometimes I feel like I'm like that because then I'm just like, oh, I instantly die to everything. It's like, oh, great. Well, what's worst is if I have like a boost, you know, like I don't know if that game has XP
I
boosts.
shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, you'll make like a slight mistake like that sometimes too. I do that.
Bitch.
Yeah. But does that game have like XP boosts or something like that?
No,
Yeah. Well, in War Thunder they have that, and
Yeah.
I'll like whenever you log in, like every 24 hours, you'll get like a care package every day, and you'll have a chance to get research boosts, which is awesome because that helps you get more aircraft, more ships, whatever you're researching. And I sometimes I'll get like a 150% research boost, or like a 75% one, or like a 300% one if I'm really lucky. And I'll use that, and then the very next match that I use it on, I suck. It, like, not even me really, but like the team, and I lose and I don't get any points out of it. It's like that is like my curse. I'll like every time, and whenever I get like a little 10% research boost, which could be used on like 20 matches, like I do very well, but that doesn't really do much. It's just like it's just like a little it's not really much. It's just like, damn it. I always use my like XP boosts and my like research point boosts on the wrong time, and that sucks. Especially, you know, if the game provides it. It's like, oh, I'm going to use it, and and I think I'll have a good match. You know, you kind of have that feeling, you know, a little bit. And then you go into it, and it's like, just implodes on you instantly. It's like, oh, that's what's happening. Okay. It's like, okay, that's what's happening for tonight. I'm just, okay. Stone Losum has landed. Playing War Thunder right now. Hey, there you go. Yeah, I'm kind of talking, like, because we're, me and Rob, before we started stream, were talking about how, like, during, like if you have, like, ranks and stuff, and, like, tiers, you know, and, like, multiplayer games, and, like, how you'll, like, fluctuate sometimes. Like, you'll win a bunch of games, and then you'll lose a bunch of games. I was kind of, like, talking about my own experiences with War Thunder on that. And just, like, times where I'll just, you know, do one decision, and it end up being the worst mistake of my life in that game for, like, for that moment. Like doing a research boost, a big one, and then the next game I do, I barely like get a kill, let alone an assist, you know, on anything. So it's just like, oh great, I wasted an XP boost for no reason. He gave me like 1,000 when that's normally what I do on a good game. German Minesweepers, I totally feel you about the XP boosts. Dude, for real, bro. Dude, like, and whenever you do a good game, you never have them. And it's just like, when do you win? It's the right opportunity. Like, you know what? I'm going to have to play like 3 games before I ever do any XP boosts. Unless it's like 10 or 15%, because those are expendable pretty easily. But for those high ones, I have to be on like my game. I have to be in the zone first before I even touch those. I think that's kind of what I have to do. Next time I get like a high one, I'm not touching it until I know I'm in the zone and ready to go. It's never a good match. I know, dude. It's a curse. Always. And whenever you get like 10%, you go on a mad spree. Or 15%, mad spree. 30%, you might get a spree, but then you might suck a little bit. You might get a few good ones in there in between. I mean, sometimes. But if you get higher than that, it's like, like the higher the percentage, the worse you do. It's just like, it's like it's like, what's going on here? It's like, oh, no. It's like at one point, it just like does that instead of crossing and joining up and lining. It's like, no. Why? It sucks, dude. It sucks. I hate that. It's my bane of my existence, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one who feels this, and I know we're not the only two either. I know plenty of players feel this issue. Now, every now and then, I will get a good game. I will get a good game with high XP boost, but sometimes it's because I'll get like a little battle trophy or something because I played like 5 matches and I get one, and it'll have that in there, and I'm like, oh, cool. So I'll activate it, and that's when I'm in the zone. So I think I have to, you know, make sure I'm in like that mentality of being in the War Thunder zone, and you know, I'm actually doing decently. I don't have to be like amazing, but you know, as long as I'm decent. I've been listening to a little bit of beer metal lately, Slayer and all that. Nice, dude. Oh, this isn't like beer metal, but I mean Slayer's just thrash, honestly. But I mean, beer, like I'm actually wearing the shirt. Corporate Colony's a Finnish folk, but they have a lot of beer songs. They have one called Sakti, which is a Finnish alcohol drink. They got one literally called vodka. I like that one. They have one called Tequila. I'm pretty sure they have a lot more. I think they have a song for every fucking alcohol that you could think of, besides wine. JK, no, I haven't. Oh, well, whatever. I'm still offering that recommendation because it's a good band. I think they're making a new album. I'm gonna have to listen to it. What's the Finnish drink you named? Sakti. Sahti. Sakti. In the song, that's how it's pronounced. Sakti. So, I think that's how it's named. Sakti. Eh. Sakti? Yeah. You might be able to find the song just looking that up on YouTube, actually.
Yeah, that's a gimmick.
Another behavioral study says if a customer goes to a Chinese restaurant and if they're asked if they want their portions to be, made smaller, say sure. If they sure, they upsize my portions because for some reason you'll upsize junk food, but you're not going to upsize something like Asian food. It's extreme. So, and we find out that those who get smaller portions, Chinese food lose weight, those who get larger portions, of course. I mean, this is pretty simple behavioral stuff, right? But you have other nudges within the behaviors, like if you yawn, for example.
Doing like Sakti? I never had it before, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. But I wouldn't mind trying it, though.
Mine?
Carl. Dude, did you see the Tim Pool and Jack Dorsey interview thing that happened on Joe Rogan, dude? Can we not say that was legendary? Like, just characters and anything aside, like, that's awesome. Like, can we just say that was legendary? That some folks from Twitter got their feet held to the fire? Not gonna lie, that was pretty amazing! Even though it was a beta that was doing it. Like, whenever I feel the opportunity is there, I'm going to always use Jesse Lee Peterson mannerisms from now on. They're too awesome. Alright? So I'm an alpha. I ain't no beta. Most homemade is 1 to 2%.
No.
That's a very low percentage of alcohol for Sakti. I thought it was a little more than that, to be honest. I thought it was going to be like kind of like a wine or something, like 10-15% maybe. Interesting. Well, to be fair, it is homemade. I mean, if you got like an actual brewed one, I don't know if it'll be store-bought stronger. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I'm sure if you got like one that was store-bought, I'm sure it's a lot different. I mean, homemade will honestly probably depend on just how it got made, in the process from that person who did it at home. Because sometimes they might know how to make it stronger, sometimes they don't, and ends up being that very low percentage. Store-bought's about 5-10%. So I'm kind of there. A little high on the ballpark, but, around there. I said 10-15%, so a little higher, but it's not, kind of on the ballpark. So, all right. QU is, I like. I haven't heard, like, my foreign alcohol beverage names I'm not very as expertised in, but I'm definitely going to want to expand on it for sure. Like if I ever get a chance to go to Norway, I'm sure there's going to be like Swedish and Finnish alcohols if I go to their liquor store too there. So I think at some point, if I ever get a chance, I'm going to buy like some Swedish and some Finnish shit too while I'm there. Sugar wine, basically. Homemade Finnish drink just for sake. Just for the sake of alcohol. Yeah. I'm sure, honestly, those type of drinks are probably good for you, especially up there. Like, you know, because it, like, these type of, like, one thing I noticed about alcohol, especially with, like, wines, creams, and sake, and, things like even whiskey, too, even, and Brennivin, too, when I had that, is it warms you up. Like, I'm actually pretty warm because I had a couple swigs of this. Like, the heater's off. I'm just wearing a light jacket. Like, it's actually cold as fuck.
What is it for?
But I'm chilling out. I'm fine. So, like, I don't know what it is about them specifically, but I don't know the chemistry and science behind all that, but I do know that there is something about them that does make you really warm, which I think is, to some way, like, kind of a benefit if you do it on a very light amount. Like, I mean, this is what I had left from what I bought, and I only had half of it so far. Like, it was filled to the brim earlier, and now it's halfway gone, so.
You drunk?
No.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I love wines and Irish cream because it gives me this feel, like, I actually explained this on stream once, so, like, I like how, like, liquor can get me, like, if I'm feeling like, you know, I want to get drunk with my friends or whatever,
Right.
like, how it can get me to that level quick. I don't really like beers because I have to have a lot of it to get to that level, but usually it gets me buzzed. But sometimes I don't really want to get, like, you know, all slushy or slurry or whatever, like beer can do sometimes. But with wines and, like, with Irish cream, I've noticed it will get me, like, that fluidity, like loose feeling that beer and liquor will give me, but it doesn't really give me, like, the head inebriated feeling. That's kind of what I'm talking about when it, like, makes you kind of warm. It kind of affects more of your body more than, like, your head state, because, you know, there's not that much alcohol in it, so it doesn't really, and also there's other properties within it that, you know, are have an effect on it too, so it's not just,
yeah.
you know, with liquor, the straight shit, and then with beer, there's, you know, you have to have a lot of it to affect you, but also, you know, makes it really full, and there's a lot of carbs in them too, usually, so it's a lot of different factors into them, but, yeah, that's what I kind of like about the Irish cream, because I can have, like, one good glass of this, and I wouldn't really, like, I'll be, like, in this weird, like, not buzzed, but, like, in a good state.
Fuck!
Not a good game at all right now?
These are all nails except for the fucking queen! You go kneel and hope somebody plays an ace or a king, or?
Or
what
do
do
you do you do one or maybe one or two?
I can do one, we couldn't do two.
One. I say one and place your. Yeah, I would say one maybe. Nah, I mean, yeah, that's probably the safe bet.
That ain't a safe bet. That's a bad
Bullshit.
bet, because then if it's a king or a queen, I'm sunk.
That's what I'm saying. You probably should have just had the one.
But
Just
accidentally pressed the wrong button.
Oh, you accidentally pressed the wrong button.
Yeah. But it worked.
Oh, so it ended up being good.
It came in a fucking very good job.
Oh, so that nil was a good idea. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Job. Yeah.
Good. All right. Woo. All right. We actually placed a good bet on that one. Shit.
Yeah.
Woo.
Man,
that one was kind of I was contemplating that. See, I was kind of hedging my bet, maybe just on the slight chance that does happen, but it didn't. So yeah, luckily that weird scenario didn't happen, man. That was kind of crazy shit.
Man, I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Someone said I hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
Lord said, go ahead, jump, motherfucker.
Oh,
What he said. That's what he said.
Alcohol is a vasodilator, so the heat spreads in your appendages. That makes sense. Which I indeed enjoy, because it works when it's cold. So, cheers to the drink that makes you warm at night. That worked. Yeah, I went to bed early, but today I was just like, you know what? I just really want to like have a nice fat nap. Like I woke up for like 30 minutes. And I was just like, eh. Had a little quick water. Went back in my room. I'm like, I just really want to like take a fat nap. I still don't feel energized. And then I did. I don't even know what time it was when I got up, but when I woke up, I'm like, oh, I'm awake. All right, now I'm ready. And then when I finally checked the time, it was like 4, and I was like, oh, okay. Okie dokie. But by then, I had like a little food and kind of tidied my room just a little bit. Did some laundries. I just gathered my laundries. What's up? Hey, what do? Been a minute.
And that was tight.
Yeah, for real.
I didn't really know what to do.
Ooh, yeah. Like you had, it was basically like you can either take a chance on a nil or take a chance on a 1.
Okay. No time.
We'll just do it. It's like press the wrong. Yeah, because I was convinced. I was trying to convince you to do the 1 just in case, and you were like the very first thing. It just thwarted that idea instantly.
Now we're ahead.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we were behind. So that's good.
Communist
Yeah.
neo-slavery. Okay. Don't mind the freedom of association part, but the other thing huh? Robert's God damn it, Carl. So savage. Jeez. Oh, man. See, if the Irish cream does affect me, it just makes me more giggly, if anything. I always notice I get pretty giggly with that shit. I love Roberts. That's why I say you're such a savage. You're not really seeing me really complain too much. Oh my god. Drones. The drones. It's probably like I said, do a lot of jokes. You know what? At least you're. Hey, the stories that come out of older fellers that have, you know, a little bit of a drug out of states, their stories are quite interesting to listen to, even if you might not be able to comprehend all of it. What was smoke a stone in your farm? Maybe even have a dirty bowl, or no. Do salvia instead. That'll be better. Salvia will be a little better. Or mushrooms. One of those two. Salvia is scary. With him would be scary. Well, something he wants to do.
Good game, Al. Yep, that one.
I mean, I wouldn't mind trying it once. Salvia. That's what I mean, just like one time, just be like, hey, I'll give it a shot. Oh, you know what? This smear is really, or maybe talk to a tree once. Dude, when I first realized I was like tripping on acid, I was outside the bar we usually go to, and I stared at this tree that had a light, and it was having this light in the background, just a regular street light, but the light was reflecting off the tree to where it looked like a very like vividly emerald green kaleidoscope.
Yeah, acid would actually make a good trip because it actually.
Yeah, it's a sensory enhancement. So when I was at the tree, it wasn't just light, you know, reflecting through leaves. It looked like it literally like looked like I was looking for.
That kind of explains that because see, I really didn't. I slept that night a little bit and everything. Then I went to the studio. But
Yeah.
that's the first thing I ever looked at this. Looked at really
For the
looked
lens,
at,
and then
looked
those
at
lines were
that-
very so
the
vivid. They
lens
just
was
look like these. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll take care of you. And then she's trying to post the baby and everything else. She's large from
Yeah, and Logan, yeah, and then Logan, he was just I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about, to be honest, because I was so intensely like studying this tree and all like the like shapes, like they were just like crazy polygonal, hexagonal shapes. Like I saw triangle shape, like all sorts of just very cool, peculiar little shapes forming off and on within the tree as the wind was blowing through the leaves. You know, it was just me observing just a tree in the wind with light reflecting it, but how I perceived it was just so fascinating. Yeah. And then when Logan stopped talking, I literally just looked at him like, bruh, that tree. And then we just bursted out laughing our asses off for like a good 10 minutes. And I laughed my ass off so hard that my shoe fell off, and then I stared at my shoe and fell on the ground just laughing and heaving my lungs out. And at one point I finally collected myself. I got my shoe back on. I went, okay, all right. What's our game plan now? And then we collected back and went on our mission. But man, I nicknamed that tree now the Kaleidoscope Tree because it was so fascinating to observe. Like old crackhead Boomhauer. Dude, he is a fucking Boomhauer, dude. I have the literal Boomhauer in the flesh. Like, this is Boomhauer retired, everybody. God damn it. Robert Boomhauer Bubba. No, wait. His nickname will be Bubba. It'll be Robert Bubba Boomhauer. Robert Bubba Boomhauer. RBB, dude. RBB. It told me it hurts people when they pick lemons. Oh my god. I mean, I'm sure, like, they probably don't literally feel pain. But I'm sure they have a sensory notion of the fact that it got picked and, got kind of plucked off of their limb. So I'm sure they have, like, some sensory awareness to the fact that it got plucked. It probably just is like, I lost a subject or something. I don't know. It has got that big old fucking gut. It's mostly his coat. He really doesn't have it that much anymore. He used to have it big time, like 2 to 3 years ago. I don't really saw much anymore. Wait until the summer. You'll probably notice. But right now it's cold as fuck. So he wears like 5 jackets.
We've always criticized China. We've always criticized China. We don't want that. We've seen it on Black Mirror, right?
Black Mirror, Black Mirror, Black Mirror, yeah. Black Mirror, my name's Madsen. I removed my last layer of my ribs so I can suck my dick. I really don't know if that is honestly true. I doubt it, but it would be kind of fucking awesome, I guess. I don't know. Like, whatever. You do you, buddy. When plants sense the digestive enzymes of insects eating them, they'll release a pheromone to signal others of their species downward to change their flavor and produce a compound to deter insects. Oh, cool. The rip thing isn't true. I gotta see Manson once. It's getting old, and you can tell. Yeah, that's why I said it probably isn't true. But if it is, okay, you do you, buddy. I don't think it is. To be fair, though, some people can honestly do that. It's just like, okay. All right. Not gonna... all right, cool. He was obviously drunk and had been drinking all day. Yeah. I mean, it's just like... what would be like the... like, what's the curiosity of trying to do that? I'm just curious about that. Like, Obviously, the rumor that he did that probably started because someone probably saw him, or he admitted that he did try to suck his own dick once. It's just like, what is the curiosity and the motive of doing that? I'm honestly kind of like, what's? I mean, why? You could find. You're a famous guy for one. You could just go find somebody to do it for you. Autofellatio, yeah, that. I mean, it's a thing, of course, but it's just like, I mean, it's just like, I don't I question it too much to understand. Closer into it. What does that mean? What? What am I supposed to take from that? That doesn't answer my question. What? What does that have to do with anything? I'm questioning a thing that happens, and I'm just like, all right, cool. Because I'm just like, I don't see the reasons. Whatever. Whatever. I'm sure there's something to it. I just don't know what, and I don't care enough to do it. How much have you had to drink? Literally, just this. Seriously, just this. This is it. This is all I got. I'm not fucking with you. This is it. It's just my Irish cream, bruh. It's just my Irish cream. What? I can't have like I can't question something that's curious to me and be like, I'm intellectually curious on something I am not 100% understanding of. So it's like all of a sudden that means like, how much have you had to drink? It's like, what? What? You bring nothing to the table, sir. You bring nothing. Like, come on. Like, you sound fucked up. I'm not that. Am I? Do I seriously sound that fucked up? Really? What the fuck? You do a little bit? What a fucking, why does it matter to you? I have food. I have like Snapple. Like, I can sober myself up if it concerns you so much, Mr. Drug Police, who's contradicting his views and values and principles on this issue right now. Like a little fucked up white bitch. Fuck off. Fuck you, bruh. How dare you, sir? How dare you? You seem to be eating, drinking, smoking, and being merry, which is good. Oh, so now it's all good. Oh, so it's good now. It's all good now. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. Hey, I'm having a good time, sir. Are you having a good time? Because I am. We can make it a dance party. We can make it a dance party. Where is it? Yeah. Oh, shit. It came for a second, but it died. Hold up. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it, bitches. I want to see some fucking moves up in here. Yeah. I know there's no fucking music, but I don't care. Let's do it. Fuck yeah, guys. Okay, I'm done. Cringe. That was cringe. I do apologize. I'll just finish my hamburger now. For one thing, and that is the will of the globalists. They're making all the frogs gay. Beware. Mind control frogs becoming gay. The gay frogs are all one big happy family. Amazing. That was delicious. That's pretty delicious.
Fresh Start program, a special IRS program that can literally help end your tax problems. At Optimus,
Shebang bang.
behind every
We can help your tax problems. Just give us your information. We promise we won't sell it off to big Wall Street donors who are probably gonna fuck with your information and then financial stabilities and then get you evicted from your home because of faulty tax information. And then we're gonna just evict you, make you homeless, make you get desperate, do some drugs, die of an overdose, and you become part of the opioid crisis. Congratulations, you are now fucked. Exploitation for profit. Yeah. My God. Oh, I don't know. I don't think that happens, but oh my God, that would be a dystopian nightmare. It already is, but oh my God, it sounds bad of just even doing your taxes with the help of a third party. Oh God, no. I don't want to think about it. I'm pretty sure it's true, but I don't want to think about it. This is where I wish to remain ignorant, to leave me alone. I'm bored, leave me alone. I just want to be left alone. Go away. Don't go away, I need the views. I need the views. I need the views, don't go away. Nothing can compare with Hannah. All the Wall Street's assets should be seized. No disagreement with that one, I won't lie. God damn it, there's one motherfucker that I just wish to see just removed from the existence of Earth is John Bolton. Can we have a consensus that that guy should be like the one dude to his existence just in the orbit, like in between the moon and Earth, just orbiting with just naked, just out there, just let the sun just be the beacon, beacon, glowing light that is the Bolton. He'd be a martyr. He'd be sacrificed. Everyone can worship him now as their new war-mongering deity god. Should just be sent hurling towards the sun. Seriously, man, send that motherfucker to the sun. One-way trip. Like, if there's one person I can endorse the removal of his existence, is that motherfucker, dude. Keep his mustache. That's a fascinating specimen. Like, keep the mustache. Like, we'll preserve that. But everything else, like, the sun is a great destination for that. If he'd exhaustion long before his capsule even reaches it. Well, you gotta make sure. Well, would it be more slow if it did have some prevention of heat, but there was just this glass, so he was basically sunburnt to a crisp on his way with minor heat prevention, so he doesn't get cooked totally. Plus, once it deteriorates at an eventual time, he'll be right there. Plus, his eyes will be just gone because, you know, he's just like staring directly at it, so you can imagine that he probably would be blind to the sun, but he can feel it just ever so getting closer and closer. And then there'll be a little AI every now and then letting him know how close he is, like every 1,000 kilometers or something. And then have his torso decompress so his souls in pressurized cabin. Oh my God! Oh my God! Damn, this is getting vivid now. Oh jeez. Like an iron lung, but it's the vacuum of space. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh fuck. So his head is just like without his mustache, because again, we need to preserve that specimen. That specimen above his lips is a very interesting creature that we need to study. So with that gone, everything else, just his head, just like once that happens, like, you know, the shock face of like, oh shit, my body exploded. Or then you can just see his face like just singe away. His shriveled testicles get ripped out of his forsaken cavity as his tenses stomach will ever go flying out. God damn. Ugh. I could just imagine, like, I saw the pictures of what happens when such decompression happens. You literally, like, you aren't a thing anymore. You legitimately aren't a thing. Like, I forgot the name of this incident, but there was this one incident where this guy was stuck in a pressurized tank, and then suddenly, I think, like, either depressurized or pressurized, and I think it's pressurized or depressurized, and then well, let's just say, instead of being a human body, he became a mishmash of parts that were just kind of scattered everywhere. I'll leave it at that. Norwegian diving bells. Wolford Dolphin, I saw the picture. It was just meat. Not even that, dude. Like, some pictures just showed paste. Just smear paste. Like, humans can be paste. Just letting you know. Like, we can become like a pasty, like, sauce. The manager hotboxed the freezer where I work. Stefan, yes! I love his manager already. Oh, man. Stefan, I think he's at work right now, and he just sent me a text saying that his manager hotboxed the freezer in his work. God bless his manager, dude. He's amazing, or she's amazing. Whoever that manager is amazing. He's doing the great work. He's doing the great work right there. That's just awesome, dude. That's just awesome. Oh, I did the same thing too, so it's okay. God, I love you, Stefan, sending me that. That was amazing. Amazing!
If we were to perish, the birds and the beasts and even the machines wouldn't care if we perished because they'd still be doing what they normally do. The birds and the bees would be gone too. But anyway, okay, question two.
Yeah, but humans can be paced. Besides, like, oh, man, I'm not gonna describe it. I'm gonna stop there now. We don't need to get too seriously in detail. I don't need to. I have too much of a vivid imagination. Sometimes that's a fucking curse. So, too small, cracked by vacuum, shredded meat.
You can say no to the chips, but you may not get the benefits of being a part of the social credit.
Jeez, I don't know if that was a specific incident, but Beeffield Dolphin. I don't know if that was a specific incident, but it might have been. Because I think it was a maintenance operation, and the guy happened to be inside, and then it pressurized all of a sudden with him in it, thus sort of was the only way Gulf Coast of Norway, divers in decompression chamber. Okay, so it probably was the incident then. But yeah, he was in it, suddenly decompressurized, and he sort of became part paste, part. Yeah. Yeah.
About the economic man and the programming that we are being subjected to daily. My comment may make no sense at all, but I believe it's paradigm shift. We need to go from the power base that we are now existing in, which is manipulate, dominate, and control, go to another power base that is to inspire and to motivate.
But that is if people want to do that, but if they're forced to do otherwise, we're going to be back to behavior.
The bad for the guy's family. His dad did an interview talking about it. They had to see the picture. Oh my.
You know there are unpublished, deeply discounted rates and quotes out there? Airlines and other sites can't show these rates.
Yeah.
Fairmart has access. Fairmart has ultra low
Dude.
deals, a best price guarantee, and 24/7 support. Call 800
Oh jeez. Wow. Now I just feel bad now, dude. God damn. Oh. I could just imagine. I have such a vivid fucking imagination. I'm imagining the scene of them fucking seeing the pictures at first and being like, "Oh god! Ah! Oh fuck! You know, just exploding and just fucking just trauma. It's like, oh fuck."
Hips connects you with real doctors online who can prescribe the medication, and a pharmacy sends it right to your door. So easy to get your first order.
Helvik.
$5. You need to go to forhims.com/.
Truls Helvik.
That's forhims.com/.
Management. Damn son.
Prescription products require online physician consultation.
Son, no, thank you. And I don't think we're in any decompression chambers, so I don't think I I can't think of a hypothetical scenario where that can happen. So I don't think that is something I can imagine. So my imagination still has some sense of rationality, at least, I guess.
Traditional round and princess cut diamonds. We have cushion cut, oval, pear shaped, marquise, emerald cut,
Whoa.
and heart shaped. For each diamond,
I think my hair's starting to form more like slicked back now. Now, every now and then, when I just flick my hair back out of my ponytail, it'll just stay like this for the most part. It's like, hey, nice. That's good. That's kind of what I was looking for. Eventually, I think I might get this more, like, try to get it more, like, up here now and shit. But I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that out.
You'll have more diamond shapes and sizes to choose from than anywhere else in town. Now you have a friend in the diamond business.
Come on.
Company and Shaneco.com.
I know I saw some chat going on.
Traffic and weather 24.
Yes, I'll just,
Online. Mobile. This is FM News 1 KXL FM. Vancouver, Salem.
I never had someone hotbox walking, but I had someone throw a sack in the oven. What the fuck? Why?
I'm not guilty and the allegations are lies.
Why? What's the point? Why? And also, it's just literally right there. You don't. Like, how dense could you be to do that? Why?
With our Gail King in Chicago. You have never held anybody against their will. I don't need to say, why would I? Well, I'm stupid with never held a hard feeling.
They thought they could be funny if they stink up the kitchen with a dime bag. It didn't stink up the whole place. It was my old pizza restaurant. I can imagine that went very well for the establishment to have the entire place smell dank. In a good way, but not so much in that area, I would say. If it was an illegal place, at least you can potentially get away with saying maybe there's a customer that just is just holding some dank right now, I guess, or something. I don't know. I didn't care if managers and customers did. Well, of course. I mean, I'm not going to care either, because it's not my problem. But, like, still kind of dumb. Funny, but dumb.
Federal authorities say they are opening their own investigation. The death toll from Sunday's tornadoes in Alabama stands at 23. They were all.
I go to work and dink in my pocket out from the Sunoco restaurant. Yeah, that's different than putting the whole fucking thing of dank in the oven and sticking up the place, though. Or at least to go to the bathroom with the pen. Yeah, or the freezer.
The president plans to visit tornado victims Friday. One of the crews they signed up for, a Norwegian cruise ship traveling from New York to Florida, was rocked with extreme gusts of wind Sunday night. Correspondent Nikki Batiste says several passengers were injured. What looks like a movie scene is real-life drama on a cruise ship.
Oh man, this is not good.
With black tables, chairs, and passengers flying. We had to
Whoa.
Cruise officials say unexpected winds hitting around 150 miles per hour send it fueling to the port side Sunday night during a 7-night cruise from New York to the Bahamas. The cruise safely got to Port Canaveral,
Damn.
Florida.
These winds are insane, dude. Winds are insane. Like, what the fuck?
It's been a long journey, man.
Ugh.
All the desert and the mountains and everything else. Watch for that mountain lion. It was crazy.
Oh, was there some on documentary or something? Sounded like a documentary. It sounded like you saw, like, Planet Earth or some shit. That shit's intense. I like Planet Earth. That shit's always intense. Just watching, like, nature just do its thing. Just exist for a mere existence of existing. Thought I was Logan for a second. He thought I was Logan for a second. Nah, he hasn't hit me up today. What's Robert's favorite beer? None? Or maybe the Sweet As that I had a while ago?
Well, at least 20%, you know? But they don't make that, so I'm out of luck. I don't drink. Just lover.
proceeds to drink.
Oh, the good shit.
I don't drink, proceeds to drink. Good shit right there. I like Czech beer, German, Austrian, and Belgian. All sounds highly respectable because it actually sounds good.
Qualifying installation or 0% APR for 48 months. Certain restrictions apply. It's time for an upgrade with Better Business Bureau accredited Hello Windows and Doors. Get your free in-home consultation today or visit their site at hello.com. That's HELLOA.com.
I'm talking about if you have a bad score and everything else, unless you had a chip in your hand, you'll not be able to get groceries and everything else, and I'm fucked up, man.
Huh?
Yep.
Yep.
You got
Ryan
no
Heights.
score, no groceries unless you get the chip.
Ryan Heights.
According to Clyde.
Ryan Heights Gebot for life. That sounds pretty good, Ryan Heights Gebot. Like, I know in the Northwest we have a lot of, like, German style and, like, Belgian style, but it's not, like, traditional, you know? I actually would love to go into, like, mainland Europe and try their traditional shit. Like, I tried Iceland stuff, and now I'm just sitting here like, damn, what the rest of Europe like? Because Iceland's was amazing! I can only imagine that the rest is amazing! I used the mannerisms of Jesse Lee Peterson. I'll have to show you more of that guy because he's just so quirky. No, you're gonna tune me out. I see how it is. Fuck yeah! Barbarian beer, purity law, 1500s, only water, barley, malt, hops, and yeast. So they didn't go prohibition, but they were like, there is a purity to making beer. God dang. All the beers there, even Czech Republic and Belgium, are brewed according to the Reinheitsgebot. Huh. It's curious. It's curious, but interesting. No rice or corn, like shitty American mass-produced beer. Ugh. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. I mean, well, with rice, that one's kind of 50-50, because in Asia, I know with their alcohol, it's probably going to be induced to rice amongst other native ingredients that they have throughout the regions.
Right, yeah.
But with corn, yeah, that's the
Here, I
main.
can hear from you and this shit. Let's go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, because with I know one thing about American beers is it is primarily used with corn based, and that's the problem. That's what I really don't like. Yeah, and plus they make it really over hoppy and shit, and it's just not really that good. That's why I like to go with the craft stuff, because at least there's some actual like time, made into making what they did a little bit before they actually just kind of went on the production of it. Not all. But all the ones I drink, Pilsner Quill allows the purity law, so all the Belgian Abbey ales follows. Huh. Yeah, because I know with I've had some sake that was rice based, and I also had some that was cucumber based, and both were pretty good. A little interesting flavor that I was not used to, but it was interesting nonetheless. It's kind of like an acquired taste thing, I can tell. It's like, for some people, I can tell this will be really disgusting, but for some people, it's like me, it's not too bad. I think for some people it's probably really good, but it wasn't too bad. I definitely want to get like some sake, not like the wine style sake that's just kind of like in the middle.
Think of Chinese sake.
Tuku. Yeah, that's the one I had. They had I had their cucumber sake, and they had their just regular sake, and I think they have our store has a cherry one too. I think. I'm really not too sure. I think they did for a time, but I'm really not 100% too sure. But if they do, then I'll have to get that, because that seems interesting. Super low carb for the alcohol. Yeah. One thing I noticed was that one little cup got me like, whoa. It kind of got me like, more just very laid back and kind of sleepy more than anything. It's like, interesting. Like, this cream just makes me more just warm. And I guess more poppy with my energy, I guess. The grocery in my neighborhood has OG coconut and cucumber. Oh, I think that's the one I was talking about. It's coconut. Yeah. I wasn't cherry. It was coconut. Yeah. Okay. So if they have the coconut at my store, because I know we have the OG and the cucumber, but I don't know if they got the coconut. I think we do, but I'm not too sure. And a few fruit wines like Manishveiss and sake, no mead. Yeah, the only mead I can ever find is at Trader Joe's, and they have it seasonally, like through November and December. That's it. So it's just like if I do, I have a short time, and if I really want some throughout the year, then I'm gonna have to stock up, you know. And I don't know where else to get it besides there right now currently. It's just like kind of sucks. Or boutique local honey stores, expensive as fuck. Ooh, local honey mead. Oh my god, that must be amazing. That just must be delicious. Oof. The price is probably well worth it, honestly. Like the craft booze, I especially have noticed that I love is ones that are like in obscure little towns that have like their own little honey farms, and on the side they also do mead and or little alcohol beverages and stuff like that with honey. And it's just like those ones are just the price is probably worth it, you know. And sometimes they might have little things like Foxtail Cider's based in Hood River, and I think you can only get it there. But if you bring the bottles back, you get one free on top of another one you buy. So it's kind of like a buy one get one free if you come back. So it's pretty cool, and I think we got it somewhere. So we're gonna have to find it next time I go out there, which I'm gonna try to do in the springtime. Stock up on that stuff, and yeah, so good. It was very. It was thick and very appley, which of course it's cider. And but the flavor was very thick and like almost like applesauce flavor. Like fermented applesauce. And it was just like almost like syrupy. And it was delicious. It was just so good. Like, man, I gotta get some, I gotta try to get some more of that at some point because that is amazing. It's very delicious. I know it's somewhere. I'm gonna have to find that soon at some point. Okay. We need government free beer. Universal food. Universal food. I'd be really interested to see the proposal of that idea, but I don't know if that's 100% feasible. That's actually one idea I'm really open to both sides of the argument for this case. I've actually never even really heard of that idea, to be fair. But the philosophy of it I definitely would agree with. Like I think the premise I can already get behind, like because I can understand where the premise is coming from. And though if it's implementable, maybe it is always a possibility. However, again, I'll love to hear both sides of this argument on this issue. Because I'm kind of leaning to the idea right now. Sound like I think it could be an idea feasible, but good question on that one. Universal food, like universal basic income, and then like universal food, just like universal accessibility. Yeah. I want to quickly embrace automation and state UBI. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best way to deal with automation is just to simply embrace it and, deal with the issue head on as we see it. Namely, negative income tax, but UBI. Yeah, like I think I'm more on the idea of a negative income tax more than a UBI, but I agree with both ideas. Some of automation is good. Yeah, especially long term. Like in short term, especially for the specific industries it's going to affect, it will be negative. But if you actually take into account that automation is going to happen and actually put policies into place to help deal with the problems that will come with automation, then it won't be as severe of a problem. We can actually deal with that issue. Like have job programs to help transition, like for example, at least with the fossil fuel industry, this is more not really automation, but just switching industries. But this is a good example of this case is with people who are, exit these obsolete fossil fuel jobs like coal mining, for example, and there will be programs in place to transition and train them and educate them on the knowledge of renewable energy fuel industries, and then get them transition into those job positions. So that'll be one example, and then but that's a good example of how I would at least do tackle with automation is have that type of program in place for automation as well. But it should also be applied with the fossil fuel industry as well too. But I just used it because it was a really good example of the case I was making. But anyway, digressing from that point, that's something that should be, we should, definitely have in place as a policy. To have job programs to help transition people and educate them on different job opportunities if so needed, and have a negative income tax, especially. But I'll also be open to a UBI because I agree with that idea too. So it just be for with all the details, I just hash out the idea. Just be like, yeah, I can see the point, or I'll be like, oh, I'm not too sure because I can see these points about this situation. So it's always like with these new ideas that are being proposed now. I mean, I'm always willing to hear arguments about the whole idea to propose the best solution possible. But fortunately, people would rather fearmonger about it instead of making actual arguments to say, hey, how do we deal with this issue? And I'd rather listen to the people who would rather deal with the issue than fearmonger over it. Fuck work, free marijuana, free beer and pizza, tacos, and Doritos and ice cream. My free stuffism. The free stuffism philosophy. As a lot of people would probably call it, the free stuffism philosophy, I guess. I just want my free shit. Fuck you. I find those type of people that react to that idea kind of funny because it's not even necessarily that. It's like you're missing the point what people mean by this. We have Mexican restaurants, all you can eat, imported German beer on tap, THC pumped through ventilation system. Okay. I probably wouldn't do THC pumped through the ventilation system because some people probably can't handle their THCs. However, I would definitely have THC smoke lounges. Dude, we need this. Oregon is missing our marijuana smoke lounges. We have cigar smoke lounges. Where's our marijuana smoke lounges, damn it? If Amsterdam can do it, so can we. If Amsterdam do it, so can we. Establish marijuana smoke lounges. The new rant. It's too long, but I don't care. I don't even know what it was anymore. Oh, I remember now. If Amsterdam do it, so can we. Establish the marijuana smoking lounges. Something like that. It doesn't rhyme, but it goes to the point at least, and that's the point. Is that it hit the point. So. But on the German beer on tap thing, not just German beer should be imported. All the fucking beers and all the alcohol should be imported. Like we should have like a tap for one side of the building to the other side of the building. Just one fat, huge bar with every fucking alcohol import you can think of. Hell yeah. So everyone gets their fair interest of what they need, what they want. Like there'll be the section for the German style beers, there'll be the Scandinavian style beers, there'll be the Slavic beers, there'll be all like, or the alcohols in general. I don't care whatever the fuck they want. And then there'll be like the, like the Prussian, German, like Central European styles, like the Czech styles and shit.
For a while.
Mediterraneans, Italian, French. Like you get all your little sections and go down up to Asia's and Middle East and shit. Hell, if there's like Mexican and Latin American styles, get that shit out there too, everything. Anything we can think of and just like rediscover, reestablish beers that have since been gone from humanity. Everything.
My friend.
Beer should be tapped through pipelines underground from the city to home. Damn, dude.
Bitch.
Damn.
Mmm.
Sound like you had a tasty game? You can't fucking hear me.
Huh?
Sounds like you have a tasty game. I'm like, he can't fucking hear me. And then you're like, huh? What? What, boy? What'd you say about me? I'm like, oh shit, he does.
Just sit here this little here, but right back.
Yeah,
in here.
just open enough. Just enough so you can kind of get a whiff of what I might be murmuring.
Man, motherfucker.
So I can't get away with anything. Can't get away with anything I say.
Not about me, my friend.
Oh
I
shit.
got answers around that take me. Yes. Yes.
Shit. Ignar farted. Fart. I did there. What a way to derail, Carl. Carl! What a way to derail the conversation. Like a Niger. You have an accent, so I have to apply the accent too, good sir. I don't even know. How do you pronounce that I? Has like a little nice little arrow. It's a little arrow. Call that the arrow eye because it looks like a nice little shaped arrow. I know it's not what it's called. I don't care. I don't. It's French alphabet mainly. So it's kind of right because Niger is an actual country that has some French in it. I know. So other attack languages. Okay, so probably I say Niger, or something. Well, Niger. Because how some people say Niger, it's actually Niger. So it's probably Niger. It's probably like an emphasis on the J. Niger or something. I'm gonna stop playing with it now. It sounds ridiculous. My existence seeks out to make fun of the French language sometimes. Cream fraiche. Cream fraiche. Cream fraiche. Randy Marsh. Oh, fuck yeah. Cream fraiche. Oh, yeah. Oh, that cream fraiche. Fuck yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, cream fraiche. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, cream fraiche. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that cream fraiche. I need a little bit of this cream fraiche. Oh, spread it around. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That cream fraiche. Oh. I couldn't just let that South Park reference slide, bro. I had to have it happen. With the cream fraiche, of course. It's one of my episodes I put on like my top 20 list of favorite South Park episodes. I don't know where exactly, but I definitely have it on that list. Imagine Rush Limbaugh's cream fraiche. No, I will not. No. Took a dark turn with this one. Took a dark turn. Can't even see my eyes. That should look kind of menacing now with this. Here, I'll just put the slate so at least it's somewhat... You can at least see me a little bit. Because we don't need to imagine Rush Limbaugh's cream freeze. What? Why is cream freeze? Is cream freeze? No. Are we devolving? Is that what's happening? Have we devolved? Have we devolved to just resurrecting Rush Limbaugh? We've like devolved into resurrecting that old piggly skeleton creature. Like, when did he became irrelevant like quite a while. Like, how does he still exist? Does he even have like followers on his station anymore? Does like anyone even listen to him? Like, I'll be curious to see his demographics of his channel. To see like what his demographics is, age, everything. Primarily age, but everything else, because that'd be the key. That'd be the key to understanding if he has a demographic. Honestly, very white. He was on Fox the other day. They found him relevant still. I think that shows the relevance of Fox News right there. Let's have this random guy that no one knows anymore besides people who like listen to the radio doing the truck haulings in the 90s and shit. Like, let's bring that guy here. See what this guy might say. Oh, talking points we agree with. Oh, indeed. It's like, what? This whole curmudgeon. No one, like, they say it was a privilege, him coming on.
Bitch, motherfucking asshole,
It was a privilege for him coming on? It was a privilege, the fact that it was ever put in public face in the first place. He's lucky he had that privilege granted to him that one time. Oh my god. Absurd. Oh.
Sure. Look. Are you charged?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, my turn? What the fuck is going on here?
Oh, well, that happened.
My computer played it for me. Okay.
I can't believe Rush Limbaugh had a privilege to be on Fox. Sad. Sad. You should just learn to just retire now. Like, go away. No one listens to you, Rush. Go. They like paused at a very weird moment in my moment. But anyway. Go. Way. Rush. And retire. White. Do I believe in white privilege? Not white. Had a little disconnect for a sec. I think we're back, but anyway. But as I was saying, like, I think that they have like their own little privilege bubble, but that's about it. Don't really think that there's much beyond that. Like, there could be an argument made that a majority of them are white, but that doesn't mean much. At least to me, it doesn't. But to be fair, people will make the argument, it's because you won. It's like, because I don't fucking care about race.
Had a chance to them.
Humans is what I consider the race of humans. Because humans are humans, regardless of melatonin. So, go away. Bitch, Robert 2019.
What now?
Someone just quoted you just saying, bitch, Robert 2019. Because you just like bursted out, bitch, just out of nowhere.
You know.
It's pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie.
Need more weight in him.
I think I saw one of your little grinders, your green one.
Huh?
I think I saw your green grinder in there. You could probably use to put a
Yeah, I had something in there before I took it out. Now I know well.
Maybe put the old cash sliders in there, and over time the cumulative weight will build up. Like the lighters that are no longer usable.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, just put them in there, and then over time the weight will just build up.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. Very good.
Yeah.
Good idea.
I mean, eventually it'll get full of lighters, but hey, I mean, you can
There's
then.
a lighter right over there.
Yeah. Maybe that would be a good way to collect enough to make like a collage of like a wall of lighters. I've always wanted to do that. Have like a little cardboard wall and just line them all up in this cool little collage and just glue them right there and just. I think that'd be pretty dope.
I'm gonna do that after this game.
Yeah. Plus, that'd be really intense as a wall on your collage too. Like Clippers refillable lighters. Not really refillable lighters, just the ones that are disposable. Like these just simple Bics and shit.
It'll rain tomorrow.
I mean, I guess they're not. I guess they're refillable because there is a tiny little notch in there. So I mean,
Yeah, I noticed that, but I don't know. I don't think it is.
Yeah, but I think it has to be a very, very tiny little notch, and my butane does not have one tiny enough for that. Plus, Clippers have a poker. Oh, I actually didn't know that.
What's that?
Clippers have a poker, like Clipper lighters, I think.
Oh.
Big Start really refillable is just a safety valve. That makes sense. They probably have a special tool of how they fill it up, and that's where they fill it with.
Right, yeah, that's where they fill it up, but you got a little narrow little deal there.
Yeah, but that's the safety valve, I think, in case something happens.
Probably go through a line, you know, they fill them up after going through a line.
Yeah. Or maybe fill it up and then attach the metal part to it. I don't know how they I'm sure if you like go on the show how it's made, I'm sure they have an episode where they show lighters, like big lighters, Vietnam style lighters. See-through ones, those are like the Vietnam made ones. These are actually the Chinese made ones, which are actually really good. Vietnam ones are actually a little more prone to being a little weird, like having flames that go like 3 inches high or some shit, you know, which ain't bad depending on what you need that for. Thankfully, no cops near my neighborhood. Yeah, they don't really cruise by my neighborhood, but they go. They have a route near me. What the hell? Safety cleaner, fuck off. I don't need this. That was weird. Whatever. Stupid app wanted to put a notification for some reason that obscured everything. But anyway, there's no cops near my neighborhood, but they have a route that's like right around the corner from me. So every now and then they'll cruise by my street if they hear about some weird shit or whatever. But for the most part, they don't. But for the most part, they don't come by my street.
Good game, partner.
One time I did have one that followed me from my work on my fucking bike. And right when I was around the corner from my house, it stopped me. And YouTube wants to be weird right now. YouTube is glitching out. YouTube wants to be dumb. YouTube wants to... Wow, YouTube really wants to be really stupid right now, does it? Really? Go away. The app is annoying me once more, henceforth. I am sideways. I am sideways. YouTube wants to be really dumb. YouTube is being dumb. Downward fossil. Yeah, you told me about that. I know they'll probably come by for that type of shit. For us, anyway, my story was so I was riding my bike. I was around the corner from my house, and then this cop pulled me over. And it's actually this blonde cop that she actually purposely goes out of her way to annoy bikers, and for the slightest annoyances and inconveniences. And I happen to not have a light, but my bike is like white and blue, so it's visible. And plus, I wasn't wearing anything really dark that necessarily besides my jacket. And she's like, "So where do you live?" I'm like, "Right around the corner. I'm coming home from work." She's like, "Well, I'm just gonna let you off with a warning, but you should have your light. You know, you should invest in a light." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll invest in that in a few days or something. I get paid like in a few days. I'll do it then, I guess, or something. Next time I have off." So it's just like, go away.
Never wins.
Don't you have something better to do? Like your route is that street down there. You went out of your way purposely to follow me. And then right when I like the bitch, yeah. See, our cop, the problem with ours isn't necessarily that they're corrupt, that they got nothing better to do. So they just kind of annoy people for the slightest inconveniences and like what technically are like misdemeanors and shit, but are just like they don't got much to do. So they like there's people that ride their bikes a lot. Every now and then we get, you know, a belligerent drunk guy. Every now and then we get you know, someone who might be whatever. You know. Every now and then we might get someone who might be homeless or whatever, doing some weird shit. But for the most part, they don't really got much to deal with. And at night, whenever they see some slight thing happening, they always hop on it. And it's just like, it's like, come on. She better police a white person of privilege than harass some innocent person of color who's just trying to rob a convenience store. Like, we don't even really have that. Like, we don't really got minorities besides Latinos here. And if we got black people here...
Oh, that's 7 now, motherfucker.
Yeah, then it's going to stay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, and the ones that are here generally tend to just keep to themselves and just do their own thing and are just not harming anyone, just doing what everyone else is doing, minding their life.
Now I'm 2-2. Yeah.
2-2?
2-2.
50-50 ratio. Yep. But, yeah. And like we every now and then I've heard about like gang shit and stuff, but there was a time where like blue meth was like kind of a big thing, or like blue heroin or whatever it was. I don't know what it was called specifically. It was like it was, and there was like these two rival gangs trying to deck it out, but then that subsided for a while after some time. So I don't know what severity is on that shit, but so far it seems like that kind of subsided. Probably because of the legal marijuana laws kind of making people want to smoke weed instead. So that's probably it. I don't know. South Carolina used to have color control laws. Ugh. Ugh. There's probably some remnants left over in the law books, probably, which should probably get written off now by this point. Like, I think whenever people are talking about like discrimination, systemic or like systemic racism, they're talking about all these laws that haven't been that are still on the law books that have just been kind of like left there and overlooked a little bit. If some, not always, but you know, for people who are actually kind of rational and logical about the ideas, at least that's what I would think that it would be saying. At least that's what I would be making the argument for is like there's still laws on the book in a lot of different states and a lot of different areas. I'll pick it up.
Good.
Yeah,
We'll take some.
there you go. But yeah, but there's like a lot of different places around the country that still have like laws in place that are systemically, you know, against, you know, certain races, but that's just because at the time those laws were acceptable and were in place for that reason because the people voted for that type of shit in. But of course, now as the times change, now those laws are obsolete. So, you know, for at least the people who actually kind of look at the issue and they're like, hey, you know, there's still systemic problems in our system that discriminates against minorities because of these laws. We should deal with them. That's one thing between like, white people, and I think for the most part, that whole argument's kind of subsided. I think people have grew weary and tired of the whole SJW situation. I haven't really heard much of a peep from that much, and I think it's just because that whole argument for or against them has just been just beaten to death, just brutally, and no one just wants to touch it again because no one cares about it anymore. Like, there's still obviously like political correctness that is still very much an issue, and I think more people are trying to deal with that more than just or whatever, you know. So, you know, like I still think there's, you know, issues that are systemic that need to be dealt with that can be considered discriminatory or racist or whatever, but you know that doesn't really mean that fucking people are, you know, or whatever, or someone has privileges or whatever because of it. I mean, some people who are white or whatever also feel the same ramifications from those laws too. I mean, you know, it's not just minorities too. I mean, it's pretty much at this point most of a lot of lower and working classes, and also these laws aren't even in every fucking state. They're for a lot of them primarily in the Southern Belt, to be fair. But you know, there's some places around the country that have, you know, these little laws that are dotted around. So I mean, it's just about trying to, you know, update them and get them and just rule them out as being obsolete and shit, and just, you know, fixing that. But because I don't think we really need any of these dumb color control laws or any remnants of those type of ideas or whatever. They're pretty obsolete now, if I say so myself. Well, I'm out of cream. Now I just got some Snapple. Damn. 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 Yeah. Got some over there, so I'm ready to go. If needed. Okay. An emoji tells me little of the situation. I'd buy a ball of Bailey's, but I feel gross just drinking it straight. Really? Tastes pretty good. Oh, it's mixed with coffee. It took me a while to kind of drink it straight, but it's pretty good straight. Just tastes like a very creamy drink for the most part.
Bitch.
It's too sweet to drink straight. Really? I guess I just have a sweet tooth then because I like sweet stuff. I just like I really just like flavorful shit for the most part. Like, if it's sweet, I like it sweet. If it's like spicy, I like it spicy. If it's savory, I love it savory. If it's like just, I just want to, Yeah, sugar, right? I think I have another random bottle here that I can check. Well, it doesn't really say, but for the most part, these alcoholic drinks never have they never have like ingredient contents. Contains sulfites. Cool. Produced with other than standard orange wine, alcohol, and natural flavors, and caramel color added. So I think, probably. I'll put it back up here. Seems like it does. Orange wine sounds like about right. Ooh, that was a good pop. Nice. What time is it? 9:47. Cool. May do a extended break.
Yes!
Hey, that sounded good.
Good job, partner.
That sounded good.
It was pretty good. Just 7.
Oh. Yeah, but I might take an extended break. Taking a break? Yeah, not right now, but in a moment, because my homies are hanging out at his place around the corner, and he's calling me a bitch because I ain't gonna hang out over there, and I want to prove him wrong. I'm gonna prove him wrong, and say, because I told him, hey, I'm gonna hang out for a bit, and say, hey, and then, yeah, that's pretty much the conclusion to that. So they're doubting that I'm gonna be there, so I'm gonna want to prove these fucking bitches wrong. I told them I pop in around 10. It's not 10 yet, but it's getting close to 10. So I'm gonna go over there, prove the bastard wrong. It's Harley, by the way. He's over at his friend's house, Spasmanic. I think we all know about him. But I'm gonna prove him wrong, and then I'm gonna come back, and then I'm gonna do another like hour and a half-ish stream, and then yeah. About giggity spiggity. I don't know about that. But it's going to be about like a 30-minute, 40-minute adventure. It's not going to be too long. I mean, I could say fuck it and bring the stream with you guys, but I'm not going to intrude that much onto his house like that. I'm not going to be that guy. But I mean, it will have to depend on his permission, but I don't know, so I'm not gonna do it. But if I ever happen to be hanging out there and he wants to do a stream at his place for some reason, then I won't be shy to do so. I'll probably pressure him to do one on his channel, and then I'll do one on my channel. Be like, hey, his channel's streaming, go on his. Joe thinks that's cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, he got his daughter back, so I'm gonna have an opportunity to see his daughter too. So that'll be interesting. He tried to guilt trip me though about it. Like he's like, "You're a bitch for not wanting to see my daughter." I'm like, "You're." It's like low key. I don't need your ass trying to push you know the parent life on me, bro. Low key. But I will show up because I am a friend. And plus, yes, I wouldn't mind seeing your kid. But goddamn, don't guilt trip me in it, bruh. You need to get a GoPro cam and put it on your head or hat for travels. Oh my god. Just be an infinite streamer, like 24 hours all day, every day, and not just have it going forever. Have it just sit beside my bed when I'm sleeping. So you could guys have a sleep stream. My god. That'd just be too much. That's too far. I'm not doing streams where I'm fucking sleeping. That's absurd.
Okay.
I would actually like to record one night of me sleeping to see what I do at night when I'm sleeping. Because, well, no shit. But I would like, but I would like to know, like, because when I go to bed in the night in like a nice little position, but when I wake up in the morning, I'm like flopped around into some weird contorted position. It's like, what do I do at night for me to be in this position? So, I would like to like record at least one night to see just what might happen. To see what I do. Do I like? Am I just like actively moving around or whatever, or am I just?
And I'm getting back because my cat was always moving during the night. And what the fuck? Why did it?
It's because you're moving. I mean, because when you're sleeping, you're tossing and turning. Which isn't really bad.
Yeah, but still.
Sometimes it's because you're just having an active dream, and some nights I have active dreams. I just don't remember them. Sometimes I just know I do have dreams some nights, but like I just noticed that.
It's not like you wake up in a different city or anything.
Well, that would be a little that would be a little terrifying if I wake up in like fucking Chicago or something. It's like, how did I get here?
And it's just like, hey, where the hell am I?
Yeah. It's not. It's not like that, but it's just like it's just an intellectual curiosity of what my body is doing when I'm sleeping. It's just like, what is my body actively trying to do while I'm sleeping, and what? Because obviously I'm moving around.
Sleepwalk. Get up, make yourself food, go to the store, that type of thing.
My Logan roommate, Gabe, like, you probably seen him at least once or twice by now. He's been here before. He sleepwalks.
Logan?
No, not Logan, but Gabe, his roommate. He sleepwalks. And also happens to sleep, in the nude sometimes. So one night, he sleepwalked, pretty much all exposed. And Logan was like, "Oh God!" And he like freaked out, was yelling at him, and eventually he woke up. And he's like, "Oh, hey Logan." And he's just like, "No, you're naked, ah!" He's just like, "Oh, yeah, I am." He just kind of was so casual about it, which was kind of the funny thing about it. Then Logan just stormed into his room and closed the door, just like, "I'm going to bed." No, I'm going back to bed. And this is like 7 in the morning too, like where he normally wakes up at like 6 or some shit. I don't get his time schedule's crazy, but like
If you sleepwalk, you should probably like
have clothes.
have at least jammies or something.
At least like boxer shorts or something, dude.
I'm glad I don't sleepwalk then.
Yeah, like I know enough that I don't sleepwalk because I know I would probably have noticed this by now. About myself. I would have noticed this about myself by now. So I know I'm definitely not sleepwalking, but I know I'm making motions while I'm sleeping, so it's just
I want to do that for.
oh shit. Yeah, but it's just like the curiosity of like,
I
hey.
put the damn fucking wrong card. Damn.
Whatever happened to Wahats? I don't know. College? Didn't our video the last you won't.
Bitch.
Yeah, you had to do the last one for him to get done. Damn. So it's not really much about video making, it sounds like. He just kind of likes tagging along other shit. Just fine. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. Shit, Robert having autism. Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of funny because he accidentally clicked the wrong card and he's like, ah, damn it, no! Apparently he hates stoning. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't hate it because, I mean, he's been around me when I was been stoned. He just doesn't do it himself because I think he had, if I remember right, I think it's because he's like one of the few people that actually have kind of an allergic reaction to it and doesn't handle it well, even just secondhand exposure. So, it makes sense. Like, I can actually understand it from that level, if it's true. I'm not really, if I remember right, I don't know if it is, so don't quote me on that. But if not, it's like, whatever. I mean, like, as long as you just don't mess with people that do, I don't care. Like, you can be like, I don't like weed, I don't want to smoke it, I don't want to be anywhere near it. Well, okay, fine. Don't mess with me, because I like it. Don't bother me, because I do. You know? Like, if the whole golden rule
Partner,
premise
that was totally my fault. I'm sorry, I threw the wrong card out.
And now he got it across. But, yeah, but, like, if the golden rule applies to anything, it would apply here. Like,
Damn.
don't treat me like a douchebag because of something, and I won't treat you like a douchebag over it.
Damn.
That's my feeling when I deal with those AAA ferries in War Thunder with my aircraft, and all of a sudden they focus on me, and then it's just like, boom, 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 and then pilot just dies instantly. It's just like, nah! No! It's just like, I get so mad. Even if I'm, like, having a good time, whenever those fucking AAA ferries, those, like, the Schlechte or the Leichte, whichever ones, I don't care which, whenever one of them gets, like, a little mini burst on me, pilot, unconscious, dead, gone, boom, instantly. And I'm always like, no! Nah! I always get mad about it, dude. I hate those AAA ferries, or AA, the anti-aircraft ferries. With those twin, like 4 twin 20mm flat cannons. Ah! They are the bowels of Satan itself. Shout out the ferries. The Libel's founder in 1940 liked it. Yeah. Dude, it is possible, but they have to be distracted. If they are not distracted, they will focus on you and you're murked. Murked. You're done. Gone. Done. Nope. You don't. Just give up. Just press and hold J for 3 seconds and just give up. I love that, man. Dude, I hate them with a burning passion. I actively, when I see them, will target them specifically. Always. With my aircraft. When I get my bomber, I have a Yak-2, the KABB, the Yak-2. It's actually a really good aircraft if you use it right, and I know how to use it correctly. And, for the most part, if done correctly, it has to all play into factor and play perfectly, and the stars and the orbits have to all align at once, everything. And when I get that dive in, and I drop one bump, done. Done, done, done. Fuck you. I got you. Yes! But as soon as it focuses on me, every gun, every like little bullet, every stray like little thing, pilot unconscious, and I'm like, nah, 9, nah, and I get so, I like legitimately, I'm like, I have to like boom on this bowl now, or else I'm not gonna, I can't. Like, there's been times I will like be the top player, one of those AAA ferries. The ferries, dude. When they get me.
Damn it! I'm gonna freaking throw this fucking phone away.
That's exactly how I feel. Oh, I can't wait to get one. Oh, I can't wait to get one myself when I rank up my German tech tree, man. I'm actually kind of getting close to it. I'm about 2 vehicles away. I just got the S100, so. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Oh, yeah. Or used in defense of Normandy by the Germans. No shit. I can understand why, because they're literally like little Satan spawns. Like, I have the S100 right now. Nice. Yeah, I got, like, the one thing I don't like about these vehicles on the German ones, their speedboats, they have like nothing for armor. Like, the right shot, you're dead. That irritates me. I haven't touched the American tree at all yet, honestly. I haven't touched it at all. I've just been doing the Germans and the Soviets right now. I have the British up to the jets, but I haven't even really touched the British naval at all. So, just haven't really done it. Not yet, at least. I will eventually, but right now I want to work on those two. I'm working my way up. I remember when I first played War Thunder, I tried to do like every tree at once. That didn't work because I was ranking up like very, very slowly. But if I focus on one tree for a while, I actually can level up a pretty good amount and then focus on another tree for a bit. So that's what I do. I hone in my focus for a few vehicles on one tree, and then I go to another one and focus on that. Do you get the German R-boat minesweepers? I think the first few. I just got the S100 and I have that. That's my latest one so far, and haven't researched anything else besides the next one that gets me closer to those anti-aircraft ferries. Yeah. I'm getting one of those. And then after that, I'm gonna get the East German torpedo boat. Oh yeah, the Project 206, which I found out is just the German variant of the Soviet Project 206. And I was like, no, it's not their own. It's like, damn. Didn't the East Germans like have anything like mainstream besides their helmets and their like doctrine that was like unique? Like, was all their equipment like just rebranded Soviet? Like I know there's stuff that was theirs for sure. But like, did they have like I don't know much about their navy at all. It's just like, did they have anything traditional for their navy? Like, were there any like ships that were from like the German navy prior with the Wehrmacht that eventually like transitioned to the East Germans or something? What was their doctrine? Prussian. The military, the National Volksarmy, their doctrine was the Prussian doctrine. At least when it comes to parade marches and stuff. They kept that as their doctrine, which is pretty cool. They just had Baltic Sea attack craft, I presume. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't expect them to have, like, aircraft carriers or anything, but at least, like, cruisers, maybe a battleship as their capital ship. I can't... Dude. Are they going to add battleships?
Where?
In War Thunder.
And what? Shit, fucking I know.
Well, I know. Well, because they have light cruisers as their like biggest ships so far that you can get. But I wonder if they're gonna get like up to battleships and stuff, or aircraft carriers. Like, you can actually be like a literal landing point or air takeoff point for aircraft that are like aircraft carrier based aircraft. Like, I mean, that would be kind of interesting. Yes, they will. They're adding submarines or planning to. Well, I know they're planning submarines, or else those depth charges won't be a thing. But I would imagine dude, I can't wait for the submarines. The Japanese submarine tech tree is going to be massive. Massive! Like, I can just imagine how big, like, from these little itty-bitty things to, like, these massive, huge, gigantic giants of subs. Like, Japanese tech tree for this naval. I'm pretty sure that's what we're waiting. I think my hypothesis is they're going to release battleships and aircraft carriers with the Japanese naval tree, because that's where a lot of the focus is for the naval tree there. Midget submarines. Yeah. Japanese will have a pretty good amount of midget subs. I don't know much about the Soviets or any other tech tree. I'm sure they do have their own variants of mini subs, but I'm not too sure myself of what they would be, or if they actually did. But Japanese definitely do. And oops, it would kind of. Oh, just realized the kamikaze torpedo subs. Like as a last ditch effort, they had like kamikaze aircraft, and they also had boats that were just full of explosives that they rammed into ships, and they also had submarines that were like little mini subs full of explosives that would be like little torpedoes that would just go directly towards a to a ship like a torpedo, but it's man operated, and boom, explosion. So it's like a guided torpedo, but it's literally someone in there guiding it. Like I wonder if they'll have those, so you can have like if you have like a super like one of those big ones, and they can launch those, you can control those and like send them off their way. Or maybe they guide themselves in there. That'd be kind of cool. Like I can imagine them packing quite a punch. I'm surprised they haven't gotten the Oka yet. Like they should have these kamikaze. Dude, people kamikaze shit all the time in the game. They need to implement the fact that that physical damage of an aircraft fucking ramming into something should be implemented. Like, there's been so many times where I rammed into a tiny little boat with a fat freaking bomber plane. And it's like that boat will be decimated if that literally happened. Like, they need to implement that physics, dude. Like, and they need to actually make it like, hey, like even in a head-on ram, you both get the kill because you both rammed each other, you know. So, or like, hey, you got rammed, from a plane, or something. Well, you're murked, or something. It's just like that should actually be implemented. It'll be very irritating when planes start kamikazing me, but you know what? I wouldn't mind too much because hey, that actually happened in war, and that would be a fun little thing. Plus, people will have an excuse to actually kamikaze themselves into things, and it'd actually be kind of funny to watch just all these planes out of nowhere, just last ditch effort, just ram into ships. But if done right, that actually could be a good method. Because there's been times where I'm like, hey, if I actually rammed that aircraft or that boat, and it actually, was to do real damage and like in real life, that boat would be like out of commission right now. Like it would have to like focus all on. All right, yeah, I'll be good for right now. Yeah, but it'll be like this boat would have to sit here for a while to repair, but then there'll be no damage affected normally in the game, and it's just like kind of annoys me a little bit because it's like there's moments where I'm just like, hey, I did a last ditch effort. I deserve to have that ram count as a fucking like damaged attack or whatever, man. I want like they probably should. I can if I like had a thought out like consensus and proposal on the idea, maybe they will be like, oh, we see your idea, makes sense. But I like to see it happen. That'd be cool. Cause then like it will also like cause I mean also like I remember the Germans as their last ditch effort. They would use their more older aircraft to and give them very low amount of ammunition, but have them ram bombers too when they ran out of ammo, and then the pilots will bail out. And the Japanese, of course, did their Divine Wind doctrine of kamikaze attacks, and with that one, it's just like, damn son, like I mean, it's just like that. Why haven't they implemented that in the game? Like ramming aircraft with each other, like I guess they don't have to change that at all. But with I mean, like if you have actually shot at that aircraft and it got damaged and then you ram it, it should still count as a kill to you. If you just ram it out for sake of ramming it, it shouldn't count as a kill. That's just my, I think, only peeve about that. But with like actually like flying around and you got ship, and you're a little damaged or whatever, or you're not damaged, and you're like, I got no ammo, I got no bombs, there ain't gonna reload enough for me to deal with this, and it just blew half of my wing off, and I still have some control. I'm gonna ram my ass into you. Like that should count into actually damaging that ship, especially if it's a good hit.
Your turn. What?
It's got blinded. Oh god.
In the garage.
But anyway, Ugh. It is actually after 10, so
Roommates,
Smoke this last-
yeah, we can too. Okay.
I'll smoke this last
Okay,
bowl
what
and
is-
then
I
deal
like
with my
it.
friends and come back later here in a bit. I like Minesweepers. Yeah, they're pretty nice little ships. I wish there were actual mines in the game though right now, or mine layers, so you can lay your own.
-9. Shit.
So you can like implement a what was I about to say, like mines and lay them. So later in time, if a ship goes close enough to it, boom, boom. That's all the Germans had there. D-Day Kriegsmarine was in the Bay of.
Sucking right
what's
now,
that?
man.
It's clogged. Big Biscay. Damn. Well, also there's some sector of the fleet in Norway too. I mean, they were kind of scattered everywhere. Wasn't really too much for them to go on. Oh, god damn it. In Spain. Yep. Let's see, Fred, man. That's what I'm doing, boy. I think I'm zipping my jacket up for, boy. I'm gonna finish my bowl real quick for you guys. But I'll be back in like less than an hour, give or take. Maybe there'll be a scenery change. And actually, I have now figured out how to find my save games of Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, so I think I'll now finally be able to get ready to do Let's Plays on it. I'm still trying to get open Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 on there, which is like a different, it's like a more open world version of it, and plus multiplayer can be implemented. It's kind of hard to explain that, but it's really interesting. I'm trying to get that on there, so maybe it can help me actually play the game more. But, night, Joe, I'm still going to probably be on later, if you so choose. But, yeah, it'll just be a little shorter than now. Anyway, I'll be back a little later tonight.